Hi, it's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in West Sussex in the UK, and I'm coming on today because I promised my crafty friends that I would post a video on this. So this is for the girls. We've been catching up monthly on Zoom because we haven't been able to get together for a class every month, and this is a really beautiful box. It's actually unsealed at the top, so you can open it up and fill it with sort of little treats or a little gift. And I was given one by a lovely lady called Anne. Thank you, Anne. It's beautiful. It's empty. I ate the chocolates because I had to pick it apart to see how it was made, and it's very clever. So you carefully take out the ribbon, just pull the ribbon through, and it opens out into a nice sort of little box. Now we've got to give credit to, I had a quick search, I unpicked this because I always love to know, I wanted to know how it was made, and I discovered this on Sam Colcott's YouTube channel. She is Mixed Up Crafts and a very talented crafter. This was my first prototype. Anyway, I'll stop waffling and I will show you how I made it. So you need a piece of cardstock, and I have got measurements both in centimetres and inches. This is in inches, and it is 10.5 by 6.25. You then need a bit of ribbon, and I've cut my ribbon at 9.5, but you'll see you just want it sort of a hanging ornament, so it could hang on the tree if it was something light. Anyway, that, and then I have cut 16 pieces, 1-inch pieces of designer series paper so that I can decorate it. So I've got basic grey here, and on the long side I've scored it every 1.25 inch. So it's 1.25, 2.5, 3 3/4, 5, 6.25, 7.5, 8 3/4, and 10, and then rotate it, and again 1 3/4, 2.5, that's in shot, 3 3/4, and 5 and 5. So that's all the scoring you need, and you want to keep the 3 middle rows, and then you need to alternate to cut in between. So if I do the cutting straight away, and this is how I do it. Some people would reinforce the edges before they cut, but I don't. I don't know why I am using the wrong scissors, so my paper snips. So this is the skinny little bit here, and I'm going to just trim that out. And then we've got these, and the way I do it is I fold it down and trim it out. Fold it away. trim it out. Fold it away. Fold it away and trim it out. Do that on the other side, and you want to cut out the same one. If that makes sense. Fold under. I'm going to type up instructions as well, and all the details will be over on a blog post. There'll be a link in for which in the description box below. And if you want the typed instructions, because I'm not sure if my blog will allow me to upload the PDF, it may well do. Actually, I may, well, we'll see. See what I can do. So I can see that that needs a little bit of a trim. And so does that one. There we go. Now, what we now need to do on the bits that we've trimmed, we now need to make a little bit of a mark. And I'm going to bring my folder in. I want to make a mark in the middle, just a little notch there, little notch there, a notch there. What we're wanting to do is we need to make a score line on, get my metal ruler, and from that notch we want to score to the corners. So I do this because I find it quicker to go along one way and then go the other. Hopefully that's in shot. Some people go up from the dent. You just, I think with paper crafting, it's best not to compare yourself with anybody else and just go with what's comfortable with you. So just very quickly, you can see I'm just scoring it, not super heavy, but you'll see this helps the box fold up really neatly. And then back the other way. One last one. Fabulous. And then I'm going to reinforce the folds, and you can use a bone folder if you wish. I'm just going to do it with my fingers. I find that's just as good. There we go. Now, before I do anything else, I want to get a hole in the, I'm going to have this as my top, so I want to get a hole in the center of each for the ribbon hole. What I'm going to do is, because I want to try and get it in the middle, I'm going to make a little, rather than just guess it, I'm going to make a little cross on the reverse on the inside, and that will help me with the placement. Let's do that. And you may not be able to see this, but it's faint. You can rub it out afterwards, but actually it helps. I did that one already. Corner to corner. There we go. Now I've got a little hole punch here, so I'm going to use that. Use it the right way around, Lynn. I'm going to pop that. So I've got a bit of a wonky eye. Sometimes I struggle even when I've got a mark, look. That's also because I'm trying to do it on camera and I'm trying to do it quickly. There we go. Now we could get a rubber if we were worried about that, and just cross off those little marks. There we go. But I am now addicted. This is this was my prototype, so I just used some old designer series paper to see whether it works, and actually I thought that looked really lovely. And then I did one like this, which is Night of Navy, and some brightly gleaming DSP, which is absolutely gorgeous. That's a little thank you gift to a customer. And then I made this one, so I thought actually that would be really nice to do as a demonstration. So here we go. So there you have it, the 4 holes, and you've got the score lines. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue in a bit of a cross, but I'm going to, on those ones, I'm going to do the white with the snowflakes, and then I'm going to do that on that one. So I changed that out actually. I cut slightly bigger. I thought the 1 inch wasn't quite big enough. I didn't want to see that much grey. So I'm going to put you on hold and stick those on like that. So there we are, all glued on. And now what you need to do is just try and bend these little bits. So you just want to try and get those score lines working a little bit, and if you give them a little bit of help now, it will help when you come to put it together. So just working all of those just a little bit. It's probably an easier way of doing it, but I don't mind. It's maybe as clear as mud to everybody. There we go. And then put a little bit of glue on this bit. Now I'm going to use some tear and tape just because I find it I can get a bit messy with the wet glue. And this is slightly less messy, and it's a really strong adhesive. So tear that off. I'm just going to flip that bit over, and then literally lining the score lines up. It should, because it's a square box. That should just line up nicely like that, and we have it joined together. So that's my top, and where's the seam is there, so that's going to be my back. So we'll take the sides, and you just need to manipulate the box just a little bit. That is going to glue on there, and then those bits are going to glue across. So again, I'm using tear and tape because I've tried wet glue and I got into a bit of a mess with it. Doesn't mean I won't get into a mess with tear and tape. Anyway, I hope everybody's well and staying safe. My part of the country, we're in tier 2, but we really aren't going anywhere or seeing any people. The only people I'm seeing on a regular basis are my parents, and I go and see them every week. We do lots of video calls. One of their friends is getting their shopping for them, which is really brilliant. So that's done, and then we can add some tear and tape to this bit. I can hear the puppies just barked, so it's going to be chaos in a minute. I have to put you on mute. So I'm going to fold that one in across there, and then that last one will come in to square it off. So I'm going to put some tear and tape, cut that in two. Let's put the tear and tape on this bit. I hope everybody's following this. As I say, there'll be written instructions, so if you want those, you can hop over onto my blog and you'll find my email address, and I'll be very happy to post you some free instructions. So there is that, like that, and you can see, can you see on the inside that it's nice? That's lovely. And then you just have to, again, push in with your fingers. So that's the back, so we will start with those two, that one and then that one. So we'll take my ribbon, and this is the silver edged satin ribbon, so it's really lovely. I'm going to tie a nice knot in there, and obviously you can have a big bit of ribbon if you want a bigger hanging piece. Now that is that's the back, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to put that out of the way. Thread that in there. Thread it through there. There's my back. And then the last one. That holds it nicely together. There we are. So that was the other one. You can see I put the silver and white on the middle and these on the outside, but as I say, I've become a little bit addicted. That's my fourth one, And I think I can see myself making many more because they're perfect for like little table gifts. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Take care for now. Bye bye.